Hi guys, welcome to your class today. We're going to be working through a total body move strong and I can't wait to get you on your way. I'm Kim Hartwell, thanks so much for joining me today. A couple of little pep talks before we start. I haven't got shoes on, that's because I mostly train bare feet and I've been used to wearing barefoot shoes, walking in them. And I teach yoga, so I'm always shoeless, but that might not be the right choice for you. If you feel like you're someone who needs a bit more support in the arches and are used to training with shoes, then please do go ahead and wear them. I just like the sensation of the feeling of my feet through the mat and yada yada, but that doesn't have to be for you. In terms of the workout itself, you're going to need a mat would be nice. Here's one I prepared earlier. You can have a step handy or a chair or a bench or a sofa, it will be fine. Also, I'm going to give you the option for weights, but you don't have to take them. My one is 5 kg. I'd go somewhere that's like a medium to heavy for you. Your one could be easily an 8 kg, a 10 kg, or if you wanted to, you can go for like a 2 kg. So see how you get on. You can always just take those options as we go. The last thing I'll say is I am 17 and a half weeks pregnant. I feel great right now. This is how my body feels and I feel like I can move that way, but it's not always like that. Some weeks I don't feel that way. So if you are someone who's pregnant, I'm going to give you some modifications along the way, but please don't be comparing yourself to me or other people around you. It's your body, your pregnancy, and your beautiful baby. So let's get moving. So we've got total body today. So we can get a nice little bit of warming up and then we're going to work through a couple of sequences or circuits. And yeah, we're going to be feeling good. The other caveat of pregnancy is that I'm going to sound like I'm really out of breath. Don't worry, I'm going to slow it down if I get too much and I'm going to let you guys crack on, but that is why. There is 2 humans breathing right now. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so let's get started. We're just going to start with a nice warm up. So just start warming up the wrists a little bit. We want to start working into the wrists, hands together. Oh, and I've got a playlist. If you fancy a bit of tunes, I'm going to drop it into the comments below. Otherwise, put your own ones on or be super meditative and do it in silence. It's all you. You do you. Just start to work one way or the other. Until I have my music on. I'm starting to get in the mood. Okay, little waves. Only because we're going to be on them for a bit in a minute. Sneakily have quite a lower body focus on the first round. If you know me, I love training that lower body. I think it's really super functional, but don't worry, upper body is coming, I promise. Interlace your hands behind your back, open. Okay, from here, reach your arms above your head, big reach, roll down. Let's come into a plank position there, come back, big reach, take your time, you don't have to go super fast. Our brain needs to catch up with our body sometimes, so just take a few of these. Breathe in all the way down, plank position, come up, lift. Okay, one more time. Okay, now from here, step the left leg forward. Don't worry if you need a little bit of help with your hand to get it there. Elbow to toe or as low as it goes. Inhale, open, plank, other side, open. Come up, lift, we're going to do a few more like that. Come down. So if you are one of my lovelies that does happen to be pregnant, planks might not be feeling good for you right now, especially if you're a little bit more pregnant. Remember, I'm just in my 2nd try. So if it doesn't feel good, go into regular squats. I'll give you options as and when I can. But this, go nice and wide with the twist if it's not feeling good. We'll stop. 2 more. Other side. Lift. Last one. Okay, good. Step into a squat position, top of your mat. Come onto your back. Let's get our core engaged. We're going to get our bum engaged. And then we're going to do the second. Okay, so listen carefully. This one is really important that you focus on the breath. People kind of get carried away and think it's super easy, but if you actually take the time, slow it down, breathe slowly, You're gonna feel your abs really start to smoke. And that's all we wanna feel. So, knees above your hips, hands to your head at first. You're gonna use your hands, just cradle your head in your hands, but you're not yanking my head. I'm looking about 45 degrees up. From there, take an inhale. Let your ribs come to your spine, lower back to the ground. And we're gonna exhale the whole time. Ready? Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Sounds like I'm being extra with that breath, but I promise it's useful for the core. Inhale. Extra. Exhale. Be extra on your exhale. Inhale. We're just getting warmed up for now. Inhale. Exhale all the way through. And this doesn't just count for my ladies who are pregnant. This is actually for everyone. Just check if you've got a dome when you do this in your abdominals. Sometimes I see mine. You want to bring that cone in. So inhale. When I do that movement with that breath, it doesn't happen. We're going to have the option of extending the legs in a moment, but if you find that coning happens, I want you to keep with the bent legs. Inhale. Lower back down. Okay, option to extend the legs, only if your lower back keeps on the floor and you don't dome in the abs. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale the whole way. Feeling my abs, I don't know about you guys. We want to manage the intra-abdominal pressure in there, whether you have a baby or not. Something CrossFitters struggle with sometimes. And your everyday person like me. One more round. Other side. Okay, bridges we're gonna get real familiar with today. Come onto your back, come further down onto your back. Your legs can be slightly out in front, they don't have to be all the way back. And then from here, again, lower back to the ground. We're gonna start to lift. Now, start to slowly lower down. We're gonna take a few rounds with both legs. Still bringing my lower back down to the ground, keeping the ribs to the spine. Inhale down, exhale, drive. The same principle with the breath. Soon enough, you'll find that starts to activate the lower back, the glutes, hamstring. Baby brain has got my mind already saying words I want to. So excuse any brain farts along the way. Got 5 more. Okay, if this is enough for you, stay with this. If you're pregnant, it doesn't feel good being on your back, then please don't do this movement, but it should be fairly obvious to you if it doesn't feel good. Okay, from here, start to take your right leg to the sky, and then slowly come down, and then push up. If that gets too much, go back to double legs. It's not a fast movement, it's a controlled movement. Okay, other side. Not about how high I go, trying to keep the control. Slowly up and down. And I'm not flaring my ribs at the top. Inhale the bottom. Again, it pays to be extra with the breath. Okay, very nice. Come onto your back. One more round. We've got our leg extensions, so hands to our head. You can either keep with bent knees if that's better for you, otherwise we're going longer with the legs. Inhale, back down, exhale all the way through. Nice, getting into the hip flexors too. Wake them up a treat. Okay, we need 4 more. Keep an eye on that coning. Didn't say each side, did I? 2 more, 2 more. Okay, good. Last round of bridges. You can go double leg or single leg. Off we go. Right leg to the sky if you're with me. We go. Harder if you place your hands to the sky. It's going to be a bit more challenging for the balance. You don't have to. Take or leave whatever you need. It's your body. You know what it needs. Okay, let's go on the other side. Otherwise, stay with your doubles. Okay, well done. Hug your knees. Come forward, have a sip of water. Legs and glutes definitely feeling a little bit more fired up. Don't worry, in time we'll feel a little bit warmer in the upper body too. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna get quite familiar with the bridges. You're gonna grab a step or your sofa, if you have one. Maybe you don't need to pick up your sofa. If you don't have one, you're gonna carry on with what we were just doing on our backs. So if you have a step or whatever you're working with, we're going to do bridges with a little bit of leverage. So that's going to make it feel a little bit harder. So we're going to come onto our backs. What we're going to do is we're going to do 45 seconds on each leg. So we'll be here. Then we're going to push through the heel of the foot, lift up and down. Hopefully this won't just come off mid doing. Might place a weight, so if something's not stable, you can always place the weight here. And then we're going to go into, let me see my notes quickly. Oh yeah, we're going to go to get up. So we'll do right leg and left leg with our chair. And then we're going to do what we call get up. So what we'll do is start on the floor. And then we're going to do one leg at a time. I'm going to coach this, so don't worry if the coordination is screwing you a little bit right now. Let's say left leg is first forward. You come up, so I'm letting my pelvis come forward. Left leg, I drive to come to balance. Right leg back, left leg back. And then I'm going to do the same side. We'll do that for 45 seconds, and then we're going to do the other one for 45 seconds. What you can do is add a weight, so you can have a weight to your chest. Same goes for the bridges. If you want to, you can place a weight along your hips. That can be a nice option for making it a little bit more challenging, but it's completely up to you what you take. Like I said, we're going to do it for 45 seconds, so that gives you the chance to go faster or slower, whatever you need. What I would say is don't rush through it. So I would rather see slow and controlled. But likewise, if you are someone who is looking after how much you're breathing, and if you're pregnant and you're working through not overworking, and you feel like that is too much, 45 seconds straight, then you can just slow it down, come back into it, just do what you need to do to be able to keep yourself at that steady state. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. I'm actually going to put a weight on my box so it doesn't move. And then I'm actually going to grab the other one just so I can show you what it looks like if you were to use the weight. It's actually a really nice exercise, getting into the glutes, regardless whichever variation you're doing. So 45 seconds, we're going to do one side, and then we're going to do the other side. We're going to do this round a few times over. So come onto your back, lower back down to the ground, really quite close towards the bench, whatever you're working with. If you're using the weight, you just place it towards your hips. Okay, you can also do this double leg if the single leg is too much for you. Again, you can use weights for that. Ready? Right leg to the sky. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So remember, you don't have to use a weight. It's just an addition. I'm pushing through my heel. Still breathing, inhale at the bottom. We've got 15 more seconds. So it's not a super fast movement. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Other side. We're going to have a 15-second break in between. So you've got about 10 more seconds. Get yourself set. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Lift. Imagine you're pushing the sole of, or the heel of the left foot into the ceiling. Keeping your hips as stable as you can. Ribs to spine. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift. We've got 15 more seconds. Definitely feel those glutes already. Promise you we do some upper body in the next circuit. Ooh, you got 5 more. 2, and 1. If you have the weight, just be careful as you take it on and off, and take it your time. And we're going to slowly work our way up. We've got our lunge get up. So again, you can use the weight for that. I'll show you how to use it. And we'll go for 45 seconds on the left leg and then on the right. Ready? So 3, 2, 1. Weights to chest, left leg forward. See if you can balance. If that's too much, get rid of it. Right leg back, left leg back. Reset at the bottom, left leg. This is a little bit for cardio as well, secretly. So again, you slow it down if you need to. If you're pregnant, you should feel like you can have a conversation. So if you need to go a little bit slower, that's okay. Likewise, if you're feeling good, you can go a little faster than me, totally fine. We have 10 more seconds on this leg, and we're going to do the other leg. Three, 2, 1. Reset at the bottom. Whew. See, told you it was a bit of cardio. Maybe it's just me. 3, 2, 1. Right leg. Left leg up. Step back. Reset. So really getting that nice hip thrust at the bottom as well. Double whammy on the hip thrust. These exercises we're doing. Okay, 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Rest, well done. I'm not going to take too much of a rest between. Keep us nice and warm. All right, we're going to do 3 rounds of this. But if you get to the first round and that was enough, just stop there. You can always skip to the next circuit. Or you can always do 4 rounds if you're feeling extra spicy. So come onto your back whenever you're ready. We're going 45 seconds. You've got about 40 more seconds of break, so grab some water if you need to. Definitely. I'm going to grab mine. Okay, we have about 20 more seconds, so we're going to go again. You're going to be on your back. Weight or no weight, it doesn't matter if you used one last time. You can always go heavier, obviously, as well. Or perhaps so you needed no weight. That's all good. 10 more seconds. Let's get ready. Take our time, bring that weight up. Ready. In 3, 2, 1, go. Don't forget your breath. Whew, 10 more seconds. My left hammy, my glutes, definitely feeling that. 3 more. 2 and 1. Rest at the bottom. Other side. You have about 8 more seconds, so we're going to go on this side. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Fifteen more seconds. Five more. 2, 1. Well done. Okay, again, your choice whether you grab that weight. Remember, your weights can be literally like a wine bottle or like a bag of sand, for instance. It doesn't always have to be in my shape. Okay, bring your left leg forward. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Time flies. Now, what I want you to now focus on is your left knee coming out to the left-hand side as you stand up. So as I stand up, I'm driving that left knee out. So it's not coming in, left knee out to stand. Drive through the whole foot, so big toe mount, little toe mount, and heel. We have 10 more seconds. Okay, last 5, 3, 2, 1, reset. Whew. Right side. 3, 2, 1. Right side, let's go. You check for the time, so I slow down. How you guys are doing up there? This is tough. Weight or no weight. I've done it with both, and it's tough. We're working lots of lower body. 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Goodness me. Have a little rest. Water. Okay, if that is enough, just go over the last round, forget it ever happened, work your way up to it. Likewise, we're gonna do our 3rd round. If you feel like you can come back to this workout, you can maybe try the 4 rounds even next time, but we're gonna do 3 today. Okay, take a good step. We have about 45 more seconds, and we have our last round. You're definitely gonna start feeling fatigue on that last round. So if you need to get rid of the weight, I still want to see that range, and you're moving very well. So if that means you have less weight, that's a good idea to do. All right, ready? In 3, oh no, I'm being keen. We have another 20 seconds. Okay, last little round like this. It's less than 4 minutes of work. Just think about it like that. We'll be okay. 10 seconds. Left leg is going to be onto your sofa, or you can always do this on the ground, like I said. 3, 2, 1. Right leg to the sky. Likewise here, my left knee is tracking out to the side. It's not caving in. Trying to keep that alignment with the hip. 10 more. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Have that little break. Mini break, we should call it. It doesn't feel very much like a break when your glutes are on fire. All right. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Last one of these bridges. I know I cheekily doubled them up because we did some in the warm-up as well. Very mean little kid. I always have to remind myself to breathe as well. So it's inhale down, exhale up. Manage that intra-abdominal pressure. We have 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Jump up, roll up. What you got to do? We're gonna come onto our knees. Last little round of these lunge get ups. Ready? Left foot forward in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. How are your legs feeling? Mine feel a little bit like jello. I'm not gonna lie. See if you can maintain that control. Take your time. Slow it down if you need to, if you're finding you're very out of breath, especially if you are preggos. You don't want that. 10 more seconds on this leg. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Right side. Almost there. Whew. Sort of upper body from here. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. Right side. Oh, 20 more seconds. Come on, team. We have this. I'm dying with you. Don't worry. I feel it. I can feel you guys working super hard as well. 15 more. Oh. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Good job. So we're moving super nice movements through those two exercises. We're getting what we call hip extension into our hips. We spend a lot of time at hip flexion. We want to extend them, get that full range, so that when we do things like running, cycling, walking, living, it's all good. Have a water, have a good bit of break this time. Okay, amigos, we're going to work into the upper body. Thank goodness for that. Okay, so we're going to work into a crawl to a push-up. Now, if you are someone who's pregnant, the cool down and the plank position might not feel good for you. I don't really have a massive bump at the moment, so I can imagine when I do have a massive bump, that's going to feel a little uncomfortable. So instead of that movement, you're going to do push-ups, and rather than doing them on the floor, you're going to do them either on your sofa. Ideally, it would be a little bit higher than this if I'm being honest with you. So you can have a little bit wider than this because this is a bit narrow. But from here, you'd have your hands, I'm going to do it on the wall to show you as a better version of that. So from here, I'm just going to check what you can see. You can see my wall, fantastic. Okay, so you would come into push-up position here. We're going to be diagonal, and then you'd have elbows out wide. And we're going to do our push-ups in this way. The elbows are in line with the shoulders, still keeping a plank with the body. So I'm not letting my whole body curve. If that seems too high for you, you want to go somewhere in between here. So you'd have your hands on maybe a shelf or your table, something that obviously is going to be safe. And that's all you're going to do whilst we do the crawl out to the push-up, okay? So that's our first movement for your briggies. If not, you're going to be with me because I'm feeling okay doing this right now. You should listen to your own body though. So we are going to do crawl down like we did at the beginning of the class. You can do a regular push-up. So come down and lift and then come back up. I'm going to go onto my knees because I'm feeling like I haven't been feeling the need to do as many of these push-ups, even though I want to keep super strong. So I'm going to go to my knees because that's going to give me better range, and that's what you should do if you feel like that as well. So we're going to go crawl, knees on knee push-ups or toe push-ups, and if you're pregnant, you're going to do just push-ups on that angle. The second exercise we're going to do, I'm actually going to coach you through it the whole time because it takes a little bit of doing, I'm not going to lie. We're going to do what we call Turkish Get Ups, and actually I would suggest, especially if you don't do them very frequently, doing them with me without a weight. I'm going to show you, just so you have a little idea. You're going to be on your back. I'm going to diagonal so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to take it slow, okay? So bring your left elbow out to the side, and then from here, you're going to bring your right knee towards your chest, or right knee bent. And then from here, we would maybe have a weight in our hand usually, not today, but you'd imagine that you're looking at that hand the whole time. And what we're going to do is going to start to roll slightly over onto our elbow, but I'm still looking at that hand. And then I would come onto my hand, but the hand is right underneath the shoulder. And then I'm going to let the left leg come underneath, still looking towards that top hand, come up. We'd come up to standing, and then we'd retrace our steps. So from here, down, left hand down, let the left leg come through, we come down, all the way down to the mat, and then we'd do the other side. So you always think opposite arm to opposite leg that's bent, and then left arm is going to be up. You'd come onto the elbow, stack right hand underneath the shoulder, we come underneath, we stand, we come down. Again, my mums might find that a little bit much, coming up and down. So you'd have to take it super slowly, or you can skip this exercise altogether. Okay, so from here we had our crawl to push up, either on your knees. If you wanted to, you can use that angle for the push up if you don't want to do the crawl downs. And then we're going to do our Turkish Get Ups. So it's going to get a little bit of mobility in there as well. That's our two exercises. We're going to do them back to back. We're going to do a few rounds like that, like we did on the other side or on the other circuit. And then we're going to finish up with a little bit of cardio, and then we're out of here, okay? So from here, let's come ready for our cool downs. 45 seconds, as many or as slowly as you want to. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Come down. I'm going to go to my knees. You be my guest to not do that. Elbows out wide. Get that range wherever you are. I'm keeping the body straight. So the body is either straight all the way down to the toes or all the way down to the knees. Knees down, elbows out. Test this. Just be mindful of what your neck is doing here, because we often try to let our necks come down because we feel like we're going further down. So really chin in. Keep the elbows, shoulders in line with the knees or with the toes. We'll come up one more time like that. Come down, knees down, elbows wide, push up, come back up, reach. Okay, good. Turkish Get Ups. Ready to get yourself on the floor. So getting up and down. From here, left hand out to the side, right knee bends. Imagine you've got a weight in your hand and you're looking at it. Ready? Come onto your left elbow. Come onto your hand, stack it underneath your shoulder. Left knee underneath. We stand up. We come down. We're going to go to the other side. Release. Always take your time. I would suggest really getting familiar with this move before you start adding weight. But then of course you can add weight where the hand would be. However, again, I would probably go slowly with that addition. So just take your time when building it. This is actually really nice for mobility as well. Secretly mobilizing you as well. Don't worry if the coordination feels really weird at first. It did for me. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Good stuff. We're going to go back into our cool down. Back into our Turkish Get Up in a moment. Start at the back of your mat. 3, 2, 1. Come down. You do you with your push-up. Again, exhaling on exertion. Always exhale on exertion. So we come down. I'm inhaling now. Exhaling on the way up. Lift. I'm also squeezing my butt like a magnet. Let's keep everything engaged. 15 more seconds. Five more. You decide whether you do another one. I'm going to skip that. 3, 2, 1. We come on the right side because we didn't get that on the other side. Right side, right hand out. Left hand to the sky. 3, 2, 1. Come onto your elbow. Come onto your hand. Right leg underneath. We stand. Come back. Right hand down. Come all the way down. We swap. Left side. Lift. Hand. We lift. Drive to standing. We come back down. You have 25 more seconds. Woo. Surprisingly tiring as well. Super functional as well. Love that about this exercise. Getting some nice bends in the body. Getting into the hips. Last time. Come up. Whew. Okay, well done. Have a little rest, have some water. So you've got a bit of mobility in there, a little bit of upper body. We're going to finish with a tiny bit more cardio to base work. And a tiny bit more core. And we're going to superset that, and then we'll be done. Okay, so if you had a step, you're going to go ahead and grab it. If you don't have a step, or you prefer not to use a step, you're going to go into a squat. Wait, need more space than that. So you're going to go squat to the right, and then squat to the left. So that's super good if you're looking for no impact. I'm going to be doing up and over on the step. You have an option, so you could do it a little bit faster, one way and the other way. If you prefer not to use impact, pregnant ladies, it's your call on this one. Some people advise not too much impact. You could argue that this is not too much jumping because we're actually not really leaving this floor very much. But if you feel like you can't control that very well, and you do feel more impact when you're doing that, be my guest to just step over, okay? So lots of chat, sorry. Okay, so number 1 movement is this one. Number 2 movement, we're going to go back to our dead bugs, or our hands we're on our back, knees towards our chest, and then the legs extend. And I'll give you the option if you want to add on the arms this time. So it would come from here, and then instead of doing your hands on your head, you have your arms to the sky, and you go inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Okay, so that's our 2 exercises. We're just going to do 30 seconds this time. We're going to do them back to back. We're going to do 3 rounds, and then we're out of here. As always, you can add less rounds or more rounds as you desire. Okay, ready? 30 seconds on the clock. In 3, remember you have the option of being on the floor if you want to. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Sometimes I find it quite helpful to use my arms for balance. Kicking right back into those leggies. You'll probably lose me halfway off the screen. That's okay, you guys get the picture. We have 10 more seconds there. Super nice spring cardio. Take it at the end, nice little finisher. 3, 2, 1. Move this. Come onto your back. We're gonna have 10 seconds between. Come onto your back. Dead bugs. You don't have to use your hands if you don't want to. Do what we did before. 3, 2, 1. Shoulder blades lift. Inhale. Exhale. Opposite arm, opposite leg. If that is fitting too much on your head, you can always lower it in your neck. 3, 2, 1, jump up. Like to leave, you've got more space. You're gonna have to keep moving. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go again. Remember, you can step. If you're feeling really feisty, you can really make it a bit more bouncy. Again, you do you. If you're pregnant and you're getting out of breath, slow it down. I'm saying this to myself as well. 10 more seconds. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. Come onto your back. Come onto your back. Ready. Have a little reset. 5 seconds. We're going again. 3, 2, 1. If it worked best with you, hands on your head, you're going to do that. Inhale, exhale. Otherwise, opposite arm, opposite leg. More seconds. Do one more round and then we are done. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. Yay, caramba. If your step is too much, get rid of it. You do those little squats to the side that I showed you. Ready? We can do this. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Feels a little bit nice to get a little sweat on, a little heart rate to finish our session with. We've got 10 more seconds. Last time we're doing this. Come on, guys. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time on your back. Low back on the ground. 3, 2, 1. He's in. Inhale. Exhale. Try and control that breath. I know it's hard. Reach just like cardio. Inhale. I've taken my arms away because I want that control. Inhale. But if you feel like you can, go ahead and do the arms too. Let's watch that cone in the abs. We only like ice cream cones. Not abdominal cones, thank you. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Relax and rest. Breathe. Well done, team. I know there was a lot of lower body in that, so you did super well. I've got some core. We did some upper body, but yeah, the lower body was a bit savage, sorry. You can windscreen wipe for the legs, anything that feels good here. You can hug your knees towards your chest. Take little circles with the knees on your back. If If you have time, you can take this into a bit more of a stretch routine. I'm just going to finish nice cool down. Hands out of the sides of your feet. Knees come in. Shoulders relax, breathe. Just allow your breath to slow down. One of the most nourishing things we can do after our workouts. Don't have to always just stretch. The main focus for me is your breath, down regulation, coming off of your nervous system on speed and just letting yourself calm down. Then you can either stretch after that or later on in the day. That should be a separate part of your training, not just a nice benefit of the 3 minutes at the end of your session anyway. All right, so you bring the legs where you want them. You're gonna bring yourself very slowly up to seated. If you are taking more stretches, and by all means, be my guest. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. Just do what you need to do to make yourself feel good now. I tried to provide some modification as and when with the pregnancies, but you know that it wasn't necessarily a specific pregnancy-focused workout. If you have any questions, please do get in touch. I'd love to hear from you, kimhartwell.com or at kimhartwell on Instagram. Otherwise, have a lovely rest of your day. I'd love to know what you thought about this workout. Please let me know in the comments and like and subscribe. It'd be awesome to hear from you. Otherwise, have a good one. Bye, gang. Move strong.